It's day 2 of the Great Bead Extravaganza, and you know what that means. Welcome, everybody. I'm Alex. This is Abby.
Hi.
We are the Bead Place and beadplace.net. Thank you, everybody. What does that mean? That means we're going to have a ton of fun today. Abby is going to show you
A cool necklace.
The Catching Z's necklace.
Hopefully you won't fall asleep.
No.
Hopefully we'll keep your attention, but I just thought it was a cute name.
Although
Shout out to my friend Donna who gave us the idea for the name.
Absolutely.
Cool. Where's everybody watching from?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Also, what time is it where you're at? Because it's
sleepy time.
10:30.
I got my coffee.
And I got my cola. Hashtag not sponsored. But thank you, everybody, for joining us. Make sure, if you enjoy the video,
wow,
we like
just started and we've got over 100 people.
Like it, heart it, and share it. Share the greatness that is the Great Bead Extravaganza. And shout out to all the other amazing presenters and folks that are here, including the special guest who is
Jennifer Perkins.
There you go.
Yeah.
11:30.
Super stoked to have her a part of this fabulous event. Oh my gosh, watching from France.
From the Lou.
And Sally's watching from the Lou.
That's right.
We're right outside the Lou. If you don't know, the Bead Place is a brick and mortar bead store right outside of St. Louis. We're in a city called Fairview Heights, Illinois. You're like, St. Louis, that's Missouri. Well, it's right on the border of Missouri and Illinois. So we're
Cardinals fans, not Cubs fans. You know, there's more.
Don't say that on stream.
There's more to Illinois than just Chicago, believe it or not.
Well, it looks like everybody's here. Let's get going. Do you want to switch to hand cam real quick and we can talk about the kit? And then while we're doing that, Alex is going to drop the link in chat to the Catching Z's necklace. So there are 5 different colorways for the project that we're doing today. It is a beaded link chain necklace. We have the turquoise howlite colorway, which is this one here. We have our carnelian colorway, which is this one here. We have the rose quartz colorway, which is this one here. We've got the jade adventurine, which is this one here. And then we have black labradorite over here, which is also sometimes called larvacite. So
guess which one I like the most.
Let us know in chat which color you would like us to see create today. What would you like to see? Let us know. Now, the other thing that I want to mention and that Alex is going to link in chat right now is that we are going to be using this cool tool right here. This cool tool is called a one-step looper. This is in the standard size, which is 1.5 millimeter. And what this guy does is it creates your loop on the end of your head pin for you, and it cuts the tail end off. So I'm sure you guys have heard me talk about how, you know, I generally have always preferred a wrapped loop because open loops for some reason are kind of tricky for me. But this takes all of the just difficulty out of it because it does it for you, and it creates uniform loops each time. So I'm super excited to show you guys how this works. If this tool is not something that you have or not something that you're able to get at this point in time, no worries, because you can use our round nose pliers to create open loops to do this necklace. This is just going to save us a little bit of time and headache making all of those open loops exactly the same. So Alex, just link that in chat and let's get going.
Turquoise. Terry said Alex likes labradorite. I don't know which one that is.
That's the dark one. You like that one?
I do like that. I do like that one, but I think I like the blue one more.
Yeah.
The howlite. Green one, dark blue, larvacite.
Let's see.
Turquoise.
Carnelian.
It's hard to tell. Turquoise.
Carnelian. Yeah, I agree. Jade. Carnelian would be easiest to see because it's the brightest colors.
Which one's that?
That's this one here. Yeah, I think you're right. That's a great idea. Okay. Well, it looks like it's a pretty close tie between the turquoise, the labradorite, and the carnelian. So
dealer's choice.
I'm just gonna go with the carnelian because I like that suggestion that it would be easiest to see.
Carnelian. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Oh, now all the carnelians are rolling in. All right, well, let me move my tray out of the way and we will get set up and I'll grab a carnelian kit.
Tray out of the way.
Oh, I have my table so just prepared for, what did I put underneath here? Jeez Louise.
It's another kit.
It's another kit.
Surprise.
I'm over prepared today, which means that I have stuff everywhere. And watch, now that I say that, I'm gonna like have forgotten something major. So we're gonna be using the carnelian color today. And your kit comes with a little QR code that if you scan it, it brings you directly to the group. So it's easy to find all of the replays. And then we're gonna take all the contents out and we're gonna talk about what's inside. So inside this kit,
Good morning,
how's that
Terry.
look? Oh, that's bright. That's awesome. Yeah.
You know what they say? If you fail to prepare, prepare to fail.
That's true. So in your kit, we have two different styles of chain.
How much does the tool cost that you showed?
That's a good question. If you follow the link, it should take you to the price. But Alex is checking now. It's $37.50. Okay, so, but remember, use coupon code TGBE20 to save 20% at beadplace.net this weekend. So we've got this chain, and then we also have this chain. The first chain that I showed you, you'll have two pieces in the kit. And then this chain is going to be our extender chain. So we're going to set that off to the side for now. We're going to be working with our gemstones, our head pins, and our seed beads. So I'm going to dump out my little seed bead and spacer package here. Now in our little seed bead and spacer package, we've also included a couple extra goodies. One of them is a lobster clasp. We're going to set that aside. And then we also have 4 jump rings, which we're going to use later. So we're going to set those aside as well. Now, what we have here is an assortment of daisy spacers. We have some size 8 seed beads and some size 6 seed beads. So I'm going to bring you in for a closer look.
TGBE 20?
Yep.
All right, I'm going to put that on the banner at the bottom.
Awesome. We might even have a banner already.
It is.
Loaded.
So yeah, everybody, 20% off today at beadplace.net if you use the coupon code TGBE20 at checkout.
Yeah.
Everything's 20% off. So definitely some awesome deals to be had.
So what we're going to do today is we're going to create this really cool
It does look like a watermelon kind of.
Yeah, we're going to create this really cool kind of zigzag pattern. And we're doing cascading head pins. And I'll show you how to get that kind of zigzag effect. But in order to get started, we kind of have to make like a little bonus link here. That way, when our necklace comes together, when you wear it, both of those ends are going to be facing the same direction.
Do we ship to France?
Yeah.
Yes, we do, Monique.
So in order to make that first bonus link and in order to kind of practice on our one-step looper, we're going to grab one of our head pins. I'm going to scooch these guys back so there's greater contrast so it's easier for you to see.
You're welcome.
So we have one of our head pins. What we're going to do is we're going to string 3 beads onto our little head pin. And we're going to grab our one-step looper. So let's look at the one-step looper close up. I'm going to give it a minute to focus. Now, in our one-step looper, there's a little pin, and then on the other side of this little C shape, there's like a hole here.
They're $37.50, so $37.50 American.
But you get that 20% off.
Yeah, 20% off. So if you get the kit and that, it's a good deal.
So what we're going to do is we're going to slide the head pin. Oh, let me focus here.
Pat, we're streaming to a couple different places, so some of the comments you're not going to see. Some of them are from Facebook and other spots. So sorry to keep interrupting.
It's okay, no worries. So what we're going to do is we're going to just slide the head pin into the hole.
The kits are $39.95, and you can use that discount coupon code.
So we're just going to slide the head pin right here underneath the pin, and the hole is on the other side. That head pin comes out the hole on the other side. But what we're going to do with this one, since it's just kind of our practice link to start with, is we're not going to push this all the way through. we're just going to make sure that that little end of the head pin is barely coming out of the hole. And then watch this cool magic. And make sure I'm in frame here.
That's the magic. You don't get to see it.
When I squeeze the tool.
Dang, that's
check
crazy.
That out. Yeah.
Patent pending.
So,
Whoever.
I just put my elbow on my beads and I flung beads everywhere.
What size are the carnelian beads?
They're 8s.
8s. Tom, Sue, Borges.
Now what we're gonna do is sometimes, depending on how we held our head pin, there might be a little opening here. This one, you know, if I didn't have a bunch of you watching me, I probably wouldn't fix it. But just so that we're all doing what we're supposed to be doing, I'm going to take my round nose pliers in and just tighten it a little bit. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to switch to the other side of this.
Yeah, that tool is like magic.
It's awesome. It's a great accessibility aid if you don't have the dexterity or the ability to do this kind of wrapping technique over and over again. It allows for so much more to get done without the extra exertion.
Debbie asks, how long are the head pins?
I believe they're 2-inch. So what we're going to, and we'll talk a little bit more about the head pins a little bit later on. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the other side of our link now, and we're going to do the same thing. But this time, we're going to butt these little seed beads up to this little tooth right here. We don't want to hold it super tight because we don't want to crack the seed beads, but we want it to kind of have a little bit of movement and flexibility, but we don't want it to look like it's empty. So I'm just going to kind of close the tool. There we go. All right.
That's crazy.
Now I'm going to pull this off and give you a closer look at what we've got here. So it made that little link and those circles, those loops on either side are exactly the same.
Very cool.
Yay! Everybody likes and thumbs up in chat for the one-step looper because it's an awesome, awesome tool. So next, what we're going to do is we're going to start to build up on our necklace. So we created this little link right here. Now we're going to create this right here. So how this works is we're going to string a carnelian on our head pin, then we're going to string our link on, then our seed beads, and then create another one-step loop.
Becca said plopper is awesome.
Yeah, the plooper is the best.
Oh, plooper.
That's its item code, so it's affectionately called the plooper. So I am going to pick a beautiful carnelian bead here, and I'm going to string my link just like that. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to string my size 6 seed bead right on top of that link. And this first one I'm going to do kind of slow so that those of you that are working at home with me can work along. And then once you get it, you've got it.
And if you buy your kit after the fact, you can come back to this video and then you can pause it, fast forward, and follow along.
Definitely. So now we've put on our little daisy spacer. So if you think about the metal components in this design, they're almost capping the size 6 seed bead. So we've got our little 8mm carnelian, we've got our little dangle, we've got our 6, and the 6 is the larger of the seed beads in your kit. And then we've got our daisy spacer, and now we're going to string 3 of the 8s. So I know it sounds silly that 8s are not bigger than 6s, but that's just how they're sized. It's the aught. All right. So take a minute to screenshot this if you'd like, and then we'll move on. Okay, so we've got our one-step looper. We are going to, well, I am going to switch hands so that you can see instead of me. We're going to go under the pin with the head pin and out the other side. Now, remember,
Down a little bit.
Tension is key with this. So make sure that you are holding your beads here, and I've got a finger here on the end of the head pin so the beads aren't slipping around so that head pin won't fall out. But I also don't have it so tight that when I close this tool, it's going to pop my beads. So you can see I've got this little tooth stopping my beads from popping into the mechanism of the tool, but I don't have it so tight that they're wanting to. Now, another tip that I can share with you to avoid cracking beads is you can maybe see that I'm pushing down on these beads. So my head pin is almost slightly at an upward angle coming out of this hole. And that's going to kind of hold the tension of your beads within this tool. So I'm going to make sure my head pin is where it's supposed to be.
Melanie asked how many of the 3 8-0 links are needed. I don't know if I said that right, but
so there's 3 of the size 8 seed beads, and then I believe we're doing 23 of the 8mm beaded links. So this is what we've got. Now, if you would like, if you need to, you can go in with your round nose pliers and tighten this. I didn't really need to, but I just want to mention to you, if your angles were a little off, this might be a little bit more open. So you can go in and close it. So this is what we have. Isn't that cute?
Darling.
All right, on to the next. So I'm going to grab a head pin. Now that we've got one under our belts, I'm going to use this time to talk to you about your head pins. We want to make sure that we are using very hard head pins. So these are brass, even the black ones that are in your kit. They're brass, and brass is a super stiff, hard metal. And that's important because you don't want to use something really soft like sterling silver unless it's really, really thick or really, really hard for a project like this. This particular project is a little bit heavier than some other necklaces. It's not quite a dainty project. So when we're using open loops, we need to make sure we're using a thick head pin, something that's, 21 gauge or thicker, and then make sure it's a hard metal. And then that way those loops will hold their shape and they won't pull open if you get them caught on something. Now, let's say you're making this design. Oh, our phone's chirping, low battery, sorry.
Good morning, Shakita.
Let's say you're making this design and you just for sure know you want to do it in precious metals and you want to use sterling. Go for it, but use wrapped loops. You get what I'm saying?
Helen says, OMG, show that again. I don't know what she's referring to.
We're going to show it 20 more times.
I always end up with a space between my bead and my loop when I use the one-step looper.
Yeah, so one trick, I'll show you how to stop that from happening. Okay, so we're going to string our next carnelian bead on, and then we're going to string now the loop that we just did right there. We're going to string a size 6 seed bead. And we're going to string our cute little daisy spacer. And now we're going to do 3 of our size 8 seed beads. And before I loop it, I just want to show you the effect that we're getting so far. You see how that Z is starting to form?
Good morning, Janelda.
So that's why we're calling this necklace the Catching Z's necklace. It's not supposed to bore you. Hopefully nobody's asleep. Let us know in chat if you're awake. But you see that Z starting to form? Isn't that awesome?
Coral, now is a great time to do it because you get 20% off if you use the coupon code TGBE20 at checkout. And that goes for everybody today. So.
All right, for those of you that are just joining us, I am using the one-step looper and I'm putting the tail end of my head pin through this little exit hole here on the end. Now, in order to stop those gaps when you use your one-step looper, you want to make sure that you've got your finger on the end of your head pin. If you don't, what happens is it's going to want to kind of push your head pin out when you operate the tool, so make sure you're bracing it. Now it is kind of like a fine balance between too tight and too loose. You need it to be not so tight that it cracks your beads. So it's just kind of finding that fine balance. And remember that tip that I showed you earlier, how I'm kind of pulling down on these beads a little bit. That's going to kind of anchor that tension in place. Now, the first time you use your one-step looper, maybe grab some wire and practice with it, or grab some of your maybe lesser expensive beads and headpins, and then kind of get a feel for it. But after your first one or two, I really think you're going to enjoy it. Now, that's not to say that after you've practiced and after you've got it down, they're going to be perfect every single time. Because, you know, I've been using a one-step looper for years and years and years, and every now and then I crack a bead, or every now and then I have to go in and tighten this. But even without tightening, oh, sorry, I'm trying to show you. Even without tightening, we've got a uniform loop.
Sally
And then if you want to tighten it, you can.
What size looper are you using?
This is the 1.5, which is the standard looper. There are other sizes available now, but this is the OG. All right. Let's go. We're going to grab another 8 mil. We're going to string through that loop that we just did. So you're always stringing through the last loop. And it might look wrong at first, like if you're laying it down, but when you pick it up, everything's going to fall into place. Oh,
you
sure.
need to be a little bit lower because
because of the crop. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. All right. So now we're going to string our size 6, which is the bigger seed bead, our daisy spacer, and then 3 of those size 8s.
Margaret says, wondering what this design might work using a small section with pearls in various sizes.
Yes, that would be super cute. And then another thing that I want to tell you guys is that this works without these seed beads as well. So a common design probably about 15 or 20 years ago in beading, if you've been around for a long time like I have, we used to see this a lot just with one pearl or one crystal, and then no seed beads on top, and we'd have this beautiful kind of cascading earring design. So I thought, you know, we haven't seen this zigzag design in a while.
Man.
Let's bring it back, but give it new life and turn it into a necklace.
Vern said,
very cute earrings.
Hi to my favorite people on the internet.
Oh, so sweet. I hope you're talking about us.
Yeah, right. He's talking about chat.
Somebody in the chat, yeah. Okay, so.
Couldn't be me.
Now what we're going to do is the same thing that we've been doing this whole time. We're going to use the one-step looper.
Nancy says, I like the design.
Thank you. All right, we're all set up. We're using that little tooth to stop our beads. We're still bracing it at the back, and we're angling it down just a little bit. So that when we go to close it.
Melanie said, nope, it's about me.
Yay!
Bada bing, bada boom.
And then you have this little piece that falls out at the end, and you can save these for rosary chains. Save these little bits, and then put a bead right in the middle and do a loop on either side and link them all together, and you've got beaded chain.
Terry says, love the design and the name.
I thought it was super sweet. All righty. So this is what we've got so far.
Michelle says, next time I'm in the area, I need to stop in and say hello.
We'd love that. Yeah.
We're here.
We are. All right. So let's keep going. And then while we're doing this, Alex is going to tell you guys a little bit about what we do every Wednesday. Please.
We do a live show every single Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central.
Except when we're sick.
Yeah, and this last couple weeks.
I was sick and then he was sick.
Yeah, she gave me the sickness, and it was not great. But yeah, every single Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central, so set your clocks to Central Time.
That's just the easiest time zone.
We do a live stream where we show off all sorts of stuff. Just basically any new product we get in.
A little bit of everything.
Check glass. What are those?
Gemstones,
obviously.
obviously.
But yeah, we have a great time. We have a pretty good turnout too. We've been doing it basically since
forever.
2020.
Here's one that I need to correct.
Yeah, we've been doing it for a long time, and we're fairly
I'm
consistent
gonna
with it.
I'm gonna correct this.
But yeah, join us every Wednesday. We stream it live on our Facebook page, which is The Bead Place if you search on Facebook. Or if you're more of a YouTube user, the YouTube channel Abby Berta. And also, there are hundreds, if not thousands, of free tutorial videos just like this. And Abby is an amazing teacher, as you can all tell at this point.
Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you.
So definitely go check that out as well. But yeah, every Wednesday, 7 p.m., thebeadplace.net live party. Bead Place. It's
Beadplace.
I'm just saying the. Bead. Anyways, beadplace.net's live party every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Central. Be there.
Am I good here? Is this centered?
Just beat it.
Is this centered?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay, good.
Only live about 35 miles from you and didn't know it?
What?
I mean, now you gotta come out, yeah. These are good Christmas colors, yeah.
Yeah, they certainly could be.
Some of them are
a little bit more summery, I think.
Hello from Detroit.
Hello. All right. I'm just gonna
love your zigzag. Such a great idea. Thanks. Abby is amazing and shares great tips, says Barbara Gentry.
Thank you. Hey, how'd you guys like that AMA last night? I thought that was super fun. Speaking of sharing tips, I thought that was great. But tell me what you think. But keep it to yourself if you hated it. Only positivity in chat today. Only say good things. We only want your opinion if it's nice.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm just going to be showing you guys this for a long time. I'm trying to do it slowly. Normally I can crank them out a little faster.
Cargo pants and Bead Daddy. I missed something.
You really did. I did too, because I came on late, so I missed the first part of the conversation.
So good. How did your sample come out?
Good. I ripped the whole thing out and started over, and I love it. I don't know. I'm doing color work with cotton and hemp, which is not necessarily the particular type of fiber that you want to knit with when you're doing color work experimentation, because it doesn't have the stretch that you normally would want for that kind of color work. But I kind of am okay with that for this particular design, because I am trying to get my little color swatches to almost look like lotus flowers. And
do you have headpins on your site?
I think so.
I'll check.
Hope so.
I can check, I think.
If not, they'll be on there soon. How did I just accidentally loop that on? That was wild. I don't know if you guys saw that, but.
Do I just type in headpin?
Yeah.
Is that 2 words?
You could try 1 word or 2 words.
I goofed.
I switch it up.
I goofed.
I love these great bead extravaganza weekends. Yesterday, I worked all day here at the shop, so I wasn't able to watch all the presentations. I usually try to sneak them in, but we were a little bit too busy yesterday.
So headpin does not appear to be on site.
Okay, we'll get them up soon.
You could buy a bunch of kits and get them that
way. Yeah, you could.
Using your 20% off.
I'm sure a lot of
TGBE 20.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of the other presenters have headpins too that you can use.
And I'm periodically dropping the kit link into chat. So make sure if you're interested in this and you want to get it, go ahead and get it, because you do get 20% off today by using that coupon code at checkout.
Yeah.
And I know I sound like a broken record, but that's kind of my job.
That's
just
why he's
subscribe to your YouTube channel.
Thank you.
Really liked it, hanging out and chatting. My dears, you've been great. Need to watch the rest tomorrow.
Cool.
Gotta make lunch. Sounds good.
Yeah, food is important. I love those extra long breaks that we've been putting in the last couple events because it allows us to not feel rushed between presentations.
Does the looper work for different sizes of wire?
Yeah, it does.
Oh, Coral, the coupon code's dancing at the bottom. It's on the ticker. It's TGBE 20. And that counts for everything on the website, I believe.
It does. Everything except subscriptions and classes.
There you go.
All regular products,
so
including wholesale. We have wholesale on our website too.
Let me do this real quick.
I'm going to take a coffee break for just a second.
All right, so face cam right down there. There should be, if StreamYard's doing its job,
they saw me guzzling
a coupon code right here on the ticker, TGBE 20, and that'll be there the whole stream. So
yeah.
Check that out.
Okay, so back to it. Now, one thing that I did want to mention to you guys is that you might think, wait a minute, do I have to put it through this way? Do I have to put it through that way? Well, guess what? It doesn't matter because look at this. I'm through here and it just switches to whatever side it needs to. It does the work for you. So I could put it through that way and it's right, or I could put it through this way and it's still right because it'll just swivel so that it hangs right. I love it when it does the work for you.
Coral said, "Duh, this is what you get when one gets old and can't wear contacts because you gotta have contact surgery."
Oh man.
I mean, I can't see anything without my glasses, so I hear you.
That's why I love tools like the one-step looper though, because like you can keep creating even if you're not sure if everything's the exact same size because it does it for you. So how long has everybody in chat been making jewelry? I'm always curious to see if we've got people who have been doing it forever or people who are brand new.
Let's see, how long have I known you?
What, like 8 or 9 years? 8 years, right?
Something like
that.
An approachable project with such fun results. Yep, absolutely, Nancy.
It's so fun.
15 years, says Taylor M.
Awesome.
Susan says 20. 1 year, says Angel.
Cool.
More than 15, says Rosalinda. 20, 25. 25, that's got to be the winner currently, right?
Yeah, that's about as long as I've been making jewelry.
56 years.
Wow.
Trudy Boatwright.
So cool. So to those of you that are just joining in, we are making the Catching Z's necklace kit. So this is the beaded portion at the bottom of the necklace. It creates kind of like a cool zigzag, almost chevron-like look. And what we're doing is we're using these cool, sturdy brass headpins. We're picking up one of our carnelian beads from the kit. And this kit does come in 5 different colorways, so 5 different gemstones. We're stringing a bead on our headpin. We're going through the loop.
58 off and on.
From our previous link that we did. We're getting a size 6 seed bead. We're getting a daisy spacer. And we're getting 3 of our little size 8 seed beads. And now we are using our one-step looper. And this is a tool that does all of the work for you.
I will link it right here.
And what we're going to do is we're going to bring this head pin through the tool out this little hole at the back here. I know it's hard to see because it's black. The hole is black and the tool is black. But hopefully you guys can see it. So we're going underneath the pin, out the other side. And then we're going to hold the bead at the back, making sure the head pin's not falling out. This little tooth here is stopping our beads from going into the tool. And then it cuts your head pin and forms your loop for you.
And I just dropped the link to the one-step looper on our website in chat. And again, guys, remember, use that coupon code. Take advantage of that today. TGBE 20 at checkout at beadplace.net to save 20%.
So just because I think you guys are so smart and you probably have the hang of it by now because you've seen me do it probably
Movie magic time.
10 or 20 times. What we're going to do now is move on to the chain section. So how we're going to do this is, let's say this is a little bit longer and we're done. We've created all of our head pins. You will have some extra seed beads and maybe head pins because we gave you extra in case anything pops or something goes wrong. But what we're going to do now is kind of lay it out so you can see.
So Nelda said, my father made my first loom for me, and I still have it from 50 years ago.
That is so cool.
That is awesome.
So the way that this necklace gets assembled is we have two of these kind of larger pieces of chain, and those are going to connect to our links with jump rings.
Christine said, just made my first purchase and used a coupon code.
Yay!
Thank you.
Thank you. And then we have those two other jump rings that go at the back. And then one side, we have an extender chain so you can adjust the length. And the other side, we have a lobster clasp.
Coral Delancey asked, do you have the smaller beads that you can have in a kit available too?
Do you have the smaller beads that you have in the kit available too? Yes, we have the majority of our seed bead colors available on the website. We don't have color listings, but if you message our page after the stream, we'll get back with you with the exact color names and numbers that we use.
Trudy said, Abby has provided the best explanation of the easy looper operation I've heard.
You know, I hated it when it first came out because I didn't want to take the time to fiddle with it. And I was anti-open loops. I was always taught, wrap your loops or it's going to come apart. But that's not necessarily true. You just have to make sure you're using the right materials for the right application. So I'm really glad I gave it another try. I came at it from a different mindset of inclusion and accessibility, and I'm so glad that tools like this exist in our industry now. So we've got a jump ring here. This is our 5mm ID 16 gauge jump ring. It's a round jump ring, and I'm hoping you guys can see that the break of the jump ring is at 12 o'clock if we're looking at it like a clock.
Pat asked, can you use the tool for the short pieces?
Yeah, you totally can. It's a little fiddly. So I prefer to just use my round nose pliers, but you totally can. So how we're going to open this jump ring is we are going to open it in this direction. So you can see one of my pliers is in sideways, one of them straight up and down, and we're opening and closing it like this. I'm having a hard time showing you because the screen is so zoomed in. We're not going to crack it open like this. We're going to twist it open like that. I did the thing. If you need a constant reminder, you can grab a jump ring, tote bag, or sweatshirt from our YouTube channel merch store.
Are the size 8 carnelian beads listed on your website?
Probably not, but they could be. We could do that.
Go and explore.
So we're gonna go ahead and close that jump ring now, the same way we did before, by opening it, just backwards. So we're closing it, taking a look at the top to make sure it's closed all the way.
Wendy says, we are glad that you took the time to figure it out and that you are so willing to share your knowledge with us.
Oh, that's very sweet. Thank you. So this is about 4.5 inches of that fancier chain. We're going to open our jump ring on the other side again. We've got about 20 minutes. We're good on time. Okay.
Why do you twist the jump rings to open? I know why, but others.
Oh, thank you, Sally. So the important thing when you're opening and closing a jump ring in this way, the reason why we do this is because we want to make sure that we're opening it with just one little manipulation point at the bottom so that when we go to close it, it closes in its original position. And you're less likely to have a gap because you're less likely to have pulled it open that far or too far. Thanks, Sally.
Wendy said, I did explore. Unfortunately, I couldn't find them.
Yeah, I don't think that we have the carnelian online, but send us a message and we'll we can either send you an invoice for the strands or we can add it to the website real quick. It's not something we'll be able to do today because the store's closed today, but send us a message and we'll make sure to bookmark it and get back to you.
Jocelyn said, are you using the grommet in your cargo pant? Oh, I thought that. What a jokester.
All right, so we just added that cute little lobster clasp onto this side. And we would do the same thing to the other side if I was done already, except instead of adding the lobster clasp here, we would be adding the extender chain here. So.
Debbie asked, do you always put the pliers at the top, the sideways pliers, when opening the jump rings?
I do. Not at the top. Hold on. Do you always put the pliers at the top? The sideways pliers? No. So I do 3 o'clock. Let me show you. So the one that's going straight up and down.
Up a little bit.
I will. I'm just getting set up. So the one that's going straight up and down is almost over the entire whole side of one half of it. And the other one's at 3 o'clock. And that way I just rotate my wrist like this to open and close it, like you're revving a motorcycle or something. I don't know. I don't ride motorcycles. So somebody tell me if that's accurate.
Yeah. Well,
that you just do that.
You got to bring it back towards you.
So I'm going to zoom out so you can see what I'm doing with my
wrist. Is the store closed when you go live? On Wednesdays, yes. And today, yes.
Like that.
Actually, yeah, pretty much every time we go live.
Almost. Depends on the background that you see. If we're hiding in the back room or something, it's usually that
the cargo pants are for knitting, so yeah, probably later today. So well demonstrated. Just placed my order and used my discount. Thank you so much.
You're so sweet. Thank you. So speaking of going live, since we kind of already covered all the basics,
so
I want to show you what we have coming up.
Yeah,
we're gonna have we're gonna have a pendant party this Wednesday. We're going to be going over monthly fun pack. We're going to be doing our mini kit construction. Let me show you what the monthly fun pack was.
Yeah, remember everybody, for those that are just getting in or didn't hear us earlier, every Wednesday we go live on our Facebook page, The Bead Place on Facebook, and on Abby Berta on YouTube.
So this was our monthly fun pack this month. The theme was back to school. And so Alex is going to link monthly fun packs in chat. It's too late for this one, sorry. But next month, I think the theme is cozy vibes. So you can sign up for a subscription, or if you just want to try it out, you can do a one-time purchase of it. But in this was a cute little earring mini kit, and we're going to go over that in this Wednesday's live stream. At the very beginning, we're going to go over design ideas for what was on the inside of it. And then also we are going to do our pendant party.
Elaine asked, what's the mini kit?
The mini kit was, it's a cute little pair of earrings. I don't want to spoil the surprise if people haven't opened it yet. But we posted a little sneak peek on our Instagram. So the other thing that I wanted to mention is that you still do have a chance to get one of our monthly fun packs, this particular one, because we are giving one away to everybody who's watching live right now. If you comment,
we're not giving away to everyone.
No.
Giving you the opportunity.
Thank you for clarifying. Thank you for clarifying. We're giving away one monthly fun pack. We're going to announce the winner on Wednesday. But if you're watching live, you can enter to win. And if all you have to do in chat right now is type in hashtag MFP for monthly fun pack. So
that's not what I.
Okay, go back to hand cam. Let's make necklaces. Oh, geez. All right.
Hashtag MFPs.
I feel like today, like the vibe is kind of like relaxed, like catch and Z, snooze. Normally we are a lot more like hyper and dare I say manic in these, like rushing to get done. But what I love about this one is that it is a relaxing project because it's just the same thing over and over again. But
Well, of course, I'm sometimes a little unbearable, but I've toned it down.
But hopefully we're still keeping you guys awake here.
Yeah, if you would join us for our live show on Wednesdays, it's a horse of a different color, let me tell you, because we're
unhinged.
Yes, it is much later in the day, and we are just.
Yeah, we are. So
any of our regulars in chat could definitely attest to that we are.
What am I doing here? There we go.
Goofy.
We are goofy. That's a good word to put it, rather than unhinged.
We are awake, says Helene. Do you have to present? Do you have to be present to win on Wednesday? That's a good question.
No, you just have to be present now. We're announcing the winner.
And we'll post it, our winner. We'll post the winner on our social media.
We should do that, but we don't.
What? On Instagram?
No, I was gonna say we should have it so that you have to be present to win, but we don't, because we know that everybody is in different time zones.
On Wednesday?
And yeah.
On the live stream?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you got to be present for that.
No, you don't.
Executive decision.
We're just announcing the winner.
Coral says you are a great comedic team. Yeah. That's one way of putting it. Wednesdays are fun. Caffeinated Alex and Abby are particularly amusing. Yeah. We're
caffeinated today. Well, I am,
Brandy
but
Champ
it hasn't quite hit
your
yet.
Wednesdays are your Wednesday lives are fun.
Thanks.
Glad you're feeling better.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We got a new cat.
Yeah, his name's Frankie. He's cute. He's real little.
He is
I love
him. He's a doll.
No, he's a cat.
Stop it. So
we don't have a cat doll. We have an actual living cat.
That's true. If you guys are watching like from our sources,
where will
like
we
if you're
post
watching
the
us,
winner?
It's going to be announced live during our live stream on Wednesday. So you can either watch there or you can watch the replay after the fact. And so then if we have the ability to contact you, like if we've talked either through our website system or through our social media before, we'll reach out to you. But otherwise, just check and see if you won. So
just so everybody knows, we stream most every Wednesday on our Facebook page, The Bead Place. If you search on Facebook, The Bead Place, you can probably tab over if you're watching on Facebook now. Type in The Bead Place. Make sure to follow us. And then this Wednesday is when we'll announce. Also, we stream on Abby Berta on YouTube, the YouTube channel Abby Berta. Again, go subscribe because there's literally hundreds of free tutorials over there, and that's where we stream our live parties every single Wednesday. So yeah, okay, I'm gonna switch back now. So if you're watching like on my YouTube channel and you're like, what are we doing today? This is a fun tutorial. Well, there's a bajillion more fun tutorials going on this weekend, and you can watch the replays of yesterday. This is the Great Bead Extravaganza, which is a quarterly bead show. Angel, it's a virtual bead show. The hashtag MFP is for the giveaway for the monthly fun pack, which is MFP, monthly fun pack, is what that stands for. And so if you're watching now live, which you seem to be, put that in the comments, and then we will announce the winner on our live show party on Wednesday, this coming Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central is when we start. We'll probably announce it closer to midway or near the end. Closer to the end. Oh yeah, that's true. But we'll probably forget. Alice needs to use the one-step looper. I almost said looper. You want to give it a shot? No, not right now. Maybe on Wednesday. There's 9,000 people watching right now. I'm cool embarrassing myself to like 50 people, but come on now. That's funny. Does it matter if the pliers are in opposite positions when opening the jump rings? It's up to you. Do what's comfortable for you. That is just how I like to do it. Because it makes sense for my brain. I feel like, you're bracing with one, and then the other one's the one that you're twisting back and forth. Stage fright. Yeah, not really stage fright. He knows his limits. Yeah, there you go. Hey, you know what they say,
So
know what you're good at, but more importantly, know what you're not good at.
what I was trying to say before I got distracted was that this is the Great Bead Extravaganza. So make sure to subscribe to the Great Bead Extravaganza on YouTube if you haven't done that already, because a lot of us stream over there as well. And then you can, of course, subscribe to me while you're there. But anyway, make sure you're a member of the Great Bead Extravaganza Facebook group, because that's where the most fun happens. All the info for all the shows and stuff. And then also make sure you've liked the Great Bead Extravaganza Facebook page. So that's a totally separate thing from the group.
They're roasting me right now.
The page, okay. The page is where all the super important show stuff goes. And then the group is where all the fun party stuff happens between these events. So quarterly events, and then at the end of the day, Christy's gonna announce the Fall Fest dates to you guys. You might have already gotten a flyer in your order if you've ordered from one of us. So some of you kind of know the announcement dates already, but Christy's gonna announce them at the end of this presentation, and then or at the end of the day, I should say. And then directly after us today is Heather from Humble Beads. And I'm just so excited to have the opportunity to go back and watch everybody from yesterday. And I'm stoked to see how to redo some of the wooden beads that I have from long ago with Jennifer Perkins. Isn't that awesome that we have like a real live TV star in our bead extravaganza this time around?
Well, you have.
How many of you have seen her on TV or remember her from like the naughty secretary?
Hold on, here's an interesting question.
Celebrity.
Will you have a conversion chart for this design, smaller beads for a bracelet to purchase the materials?
So that's a really good question. We're not going to have a conversion chart because it really just depends on the materials that you're using. I don't advise this design for a bracelet with smaller materials necessarily, unless you're keeping with your really thick head pins. Because you need to make sure, because this is such kind of a, I don't want to say lanky because that's like an unflattering word, but because we've got open loops here and because we've got kind of jagged ends, it's better suited for earrings or a necklace. Now, I'm not trying to tell you what to do. You can do a bracelet if you want, but I'm just going to answer that one with a no. We're not going to do a conversion chart for you, but we would encourage you to experiment with it because it might take some fiddling with to get a secure design that you're happy with.
Helen asks, how much can I spend for free freight?
If you use, I think code free shipping 200, it's $200 and then you get free shipping. Otherwise, you can stack your Bead Club rewards points on our website and you can apply that towards your purchase for shipping savings as well.
Zanelda asks, Alex, where's your page? We'd love to follow you. I stream on Twitch. I don't know if I play like video games and Magic the Gathering. I don't know if that's really anything anyone would be interested in here, but yeah, follow me on twitch.tv/lessalex.
You've been waiting years for
somebody finally asked. My moment is now.
That's so funny. Yeah, I'm super stoked about Jennifer Perkins being a part of this event too.
Oh, I guess I have a YouTube channel too.
Yeah, you do.
YouTube.com/lessalex. LessAlex is where I'm at.
All of our guest presenters have been super, super fabulous, but I feel like Jennifer's designs are very like what I'm into, like my aesthetic.
My greatest dream became my worst nightmare. Are you talking about my Instagram or Abby's? Abby has, what is it? Abby Berta?
Yeah, Abby Berta.
Abby Berta, and then of course the Bead Plays.
We recently won a Reader's Choice Awards. I don't know if I should do full details, but we won a bunch of stuff. Check out our page if you're
check out the Instagram.
Finding out our cool news. And then we have a really fun nationwide event coming up in October too.
It's like the Christmas story. It's a great, what do you say? It's a great award.
I don't know what you're talking about.
When he gets the leg lamp.
Oh.
He's like, it's a distinguished prize.
I feel like this isn't even the first time we've been talking about that leg lamp during this event.
Hey, that leg lamp is iconic.
Check this out, guys. Look how fun and fast
WoW.
this comes together. And I've been so distracted and all over the place throughout this whole thing. So you know that if I can get this necklace done while I'm just rambling and not even paying attention.
It's a major award. Everybody's correcting me. It's a major award. Yes. That's the best. That's my favorite Christmas movie. I have a T-shirt that actually has that on it. And depicts that scene.
Okie dokie. So I got to the end, and look, I have all these seed beads and stuff left.
You got all this time
extra
left.
head pins in case I screwed up. Thankfully, I didn't. I didn't screw up once that I remember, or that I noticed anyway.
Are these fragile?
No.
It's French. Congratulations.
Yay! Check that out. Okay, so I'm just gonna finish this real quick.
Love that movie.
I know we have just like a few minutes of time left. This has been so chill and so fun.
Randy Champ says she loves that movie. I love that movie too. That's one of my favorite movies, not only just a Christmas movie, just in general.
Let us know in chat what your favorite movie is.
Yeah, what's your favorite movie?
All right, I'm gonna go in and close this jump ring. And guys, we're using chunky jump rings for
Italiano.
this too.
Never heard
Super
of that.
secure.
Cool
Check
project.
that out. Yay!
Such a fun design.
Thank you. And if you have some extra funds to spare this weekend, all of us presenters do this like on a volunteer basis. Like we are all small businesses, and
Animal
we
House,
love
nice.
coming together to put these events together for you.
And I'm dropping the link in chat again to the, sorry to interrupt, but
That's-
to the kit. Again, remember TGBE 20 at checkout at beadplace.net. You'll save 20% off of everything you purchase, unless it's a kit, or no, unless it's
a subscription or a class.
subscription or a class. So 20% off this. Is it this weekend, just today, or?
It goes through the middle of next week.
Well, there you go. You have till the middle of next week.
It gave us some buffer time to
Dirty
go in and
dancing.
fix things if we weren't prepared. Check this out, guys. Look how awesome that is.
That's a good looking necklace.
It's a good looking necklace.
That's a good looking necklace.
This is so fun. I
This is
love this.
like
But anyway, what I was trying to
not
say
rushed.
before Alex rudely
I
interrupted
know,
me
I'm the worst.
was that you're just unbearable.
It's true. Some people notice it, some people don't.
What I was trying to say is that we, we're small businesses. We of course can't do these events without you guys, and
many links
your
did you make?
support and interaction. But also, it's common knowledge. I don't need to tell you this, but we wouldn't be in business without you guys. So we certainly appreciate your support. And this weekend is always a major event for all of us. So we really
award.
appreciate your kindness, patience, and support, but also your
All right,
financial
switching.
support. So cool.
Thank you, everybody. How many links
With a
did you
minute
make?
to spare, 23.
And then Debbie asked, where do
23.
I find the Great Bead Extravaganza Facebook group that you mentioned?
You just type in the Great Bead Extravaganza. So, it's linked in the description of this video.
There you go.
But if for whatever reason you can't find the description, just type in the Great Bead Extravaganza on Facebook, and it'll pop up. The page and the group will pop up. But here's a tip: your Facebook might look different than my Facebook, so make sure to toggle over to the page option in the search bar if you're looking for the page. Toggle over to group if you're looking for the group. Sometimes Facebook just shows you what it wants to show you. So another note that we appreciate your patience. If you can't find something,
Yeah.
try a few different ways first, because it might be there. It might just not be popping up. So
And thanks, everybody. Again,
that's it.
the
We
kit,
did it.
I just linked the kit again. Check that out if you're interested. Again, TGBE 20. That's the coupon code you use at checkout at
The
beadplace.net.
one-step looper will work with stainless steel as long as it is a small gauge, and just know that it will dull your blade quicker than other metals. So thank you, everybody. Make sure that you sign up for the major TGBE giveaways. You're going to see a link in the group to sign up for that. Make sure you're using the official giveaway link. Nobody's going to ask you for your credit card information to sign up for the giveaway or anything. Occasionally there's spammers and whatnot, but only use the official link to sign up for the TGBE Midsummer Market giveaway. If it tells you you've already entered and this is your first time entering this time around, that's okay. You're already in there from last time. No worries. You're in there for sure.
If you made a bracelet with a Z pattern, will it lay flat on your wrist?
Yeah, it will. Just make sure it's tight, like a tight fitting one.
Question.
Otherwise it might dance around.
Do you have check glass beads?
Oh, do we have check glass beads?
That's a yes.
We do. Check us out on Wednesdays.
Deborah.
We're going.
You know, I woke up like this, to be honest.
He did. He's like, look at this. I got a little weight.
I was like, it looks like Conan.
We're going a little over on time, so we need to let you guys go. Make sure to come back for Heather from Humble Beads. Go potty, get a snack, get yourself some water. Come back and see Heather. And then if you just really miss us, come back and see us on Wednesday.
We're going to announce the winners. Hashtag MFP right now.
You got it.
All right. Thank you, everybody. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Enjoy the rest of Great Bead Extravaganza. Thank you all.
Bye.
Adios.